This is Gary Kay. We're at InfoComm 2024, and we're talking to the hub currently of the industry, NETGEAR, Laurent Masia, the person who kind of started everything for NETGEAR in commercial AV. It's good to see you, Laurent.
Yes, Gary, thank you. Thank you for coming over here. Thank you.
I have some, everyone knows what NETGEAR is doing. Everyone knows what NETGEAR has done. You've helped build AV over IP in the commercial AV market, even in the residential AV market as well. So what I want to focus on is what's new. First off, we know you do SDVOE. We know you can handle Crestron Nav or Extron Nav, Crestron NVX. We know you can handle all the JPEG XS and all the other platforms. IPMX is starting to get a big buzz in the industry. How are you handling IPMX? Do you even care if it's IPMX? And how do you see that possibly accelerating the adoption of AV over IP?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Thank you. So first, we provided Ethernet switches to matrix many years ago. I can actually stay humble, but saying that IPMX was largely developed on the NETGEAR AV line. And in this release that is live this week, we have added the IPMX certification to all the video profiles we do.
Okay.
So what I believe strongly in IPMX for the very simple reason that IPMX can bridge the broadcast world, that is PTP, that is boundary clock, grandmaster clock aware, with the professional AV world where you don't have that.
Right.
So IPMX can talk, send and receive between PTP aware networks and PTP unaware networks.
Okay.
So it is a very cost efficient and flexible new weapon for all the studios that want to go in and out ST2110.
Speaking of which, where does NDI fit into this as we go forward? Because NDI has also come from broadcast, really, and streaming.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden now it's pervasive in commercial AV, and that a lot of the products that I'm seeing, like new PTZ cameras, are NDI capable. What does that mean exactly, and what does that mean to you?
Well, so again, IPMX is good because it's a gateway.
Right.
So let me explain. NDI natively cannot interrupt with ST2110. You cannot send NDI to an ST2110 network. So take the Panasonic Keros. It's a server, it can do it.
Right.
But with IPMX, you now at Matrox, but also in this ecosystem, find some gateways with NDI in and out and IPMX in and out. So thanks to IPMX, you can convert NDI to ST2110.
Very smart. Okay, and that's so the advantage of doing that is all of a sudden now you've bridged these two different networks together. Another factor is now that people are actually learning about the network and learning how to use the network, now PoE Plus, is that all capable of, do we need to worry about any of that on your switches?
No.
And I heard a rumor that light right there is actually powered PoE from your switch.
It's a PoE 90 watts, ultra PoE. PoE++. Okay. So this is, to me, the main difference between the 90 switch with the Navy switch. Because all those AV devices, they need a lot more power.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a very simple example. Take a switch designed for IT, you're going to have 200, 300 watts of PoE budget. Because the IP phones, all those little things, access points, very low. But if you go to a NETGEAR AV typical switch, you will find, minimum 600 or 700. That 2U model just in the rack there goes all the way up to the 2700 watts.
Oh, wow.
So it was the chicken and the egg for PoE++. So since we have a lot of 90 watts ports, now the LED manufacturers for lighting, they developed a lot more of those fixtures because we can power them. Same thing with the sound bars, with the subwoofers and all those speakers. Chicken and the egg, but because NETGEAR wanted to contribute, we provided a whole lot more PoE, and now you have a lot.
How do you control that then? Obviously something like that has its own little interface and you control it across the network, but how about managing it all? Like when you're managing it all, like you have a great management platform for onboarding everything, but how do you manage products like that on the same network?
Well, first of all, you need to know that lighting, it's an ecosystem. So the protocols are very different. You have SACN, you have those universes, you have ManNet in Germany, you have many of those. So first of all, we got to build a profile that is taking all those protocols together and making them work. Because they are heavy in broadcast and all that, you have to segregate that lighting into a dedicated profile VLAN. So that's the first answer. Second, the great thing about PoE is that yes, the switches know how to reboot, how to shut down, how to schedule PoE. So having the lighting on an internet switch instead of a standard outlet gives you more control, because on as simple as a engage controller or a NETGEAR switch, you can just put your schedule together and have your PoE on at certain hours.
Right, and you don't have to worry about somebody unplugging. And it's funny because years ago people would talk about, well, I'm going to put a power outlet that's network controllable, but now you can actually have the power be the network.
Yeah, and
from
a, I'm no specialist for buildings, but it's low voltage. PoE is low voltage. So it's actually much better to have those power cables using RG45 than high power.
You know, I went to a building in Switzerland, the Millennium. Are you familiar with this building?
Yes.
Okay, that building has windows that are controlled PoE in the building. So the windows, I don't know what the right word is, but they fog up and they change colors based on the time of day, and it's looking at the weather to do that, and it's all through the network. The entire thing is controlled through a network, all NETGEAR. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, so you don't be confused, because the network is handling the management, it's handling the power delivery, but then you need to have some kind of control.
Right.
So Savant is a good example for those.
Some kind of control layer.
Exactly, and this control layer is going to talk to all those endpoints to manage them, leveraging the underlying network.
Yeah.
So the network needs to be capable of powering them, but also letting that control happen.
Yeah. Okay. What about when are we're pretty close to actually starting to demonstrate wireless using Wi-Fi video. I mean, we're starting to see, we're seeing now compression, we're seeing the network bandwidth capable of being able to send video close to, reliably across the network. You're the network expert. Where do you see that going?
Well, I mean, it's already there. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about products I know, but you have NDI over wireless with Bud Dog in Australia, with a few other good partners of us. So the only problem, the remaining problem with Wi-Fi is the time synchronization.
Yeah.
So because video is best effort delivery, and because the clock, the timing is managed from the source to the destination, it's already in place. Go to the NASDAQ in New York City. All the interviews are done with iPads using NDI over wireless, over NETGEAR Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But the next battle for me is to include the NETGEAR access points into this AV system, so that we can do more plug and play, so that we can do more automation. But next year, the next battle will be how to finally find a way to have a successful low latency PTP synchronization. Because the PTP packets, you cannot sustain any jitter, because if not, your devices, they seem not locking.
They won't sync.
They won't sync. So doing Dante, doing AES67, doing QSys over Wi-Fi, it's still experiments. And we need to develop with those manufacturers some techniques to go beyond what Wi-Fi can do, so that we can actually prioritize the PTP better.
Okay, so you kind of gave us a glimpse of the future there, and I totally see where it's going. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Congratulations on all your success. We're going to go around and shoot individual videos so that you can see all the new stuff, including the new Wi-Fi products, the new PoE stuff, the new switches, all the stuff that Laurent talked about. You can see all that at raypost.com/InfoComm. Type in NETGEAR in the video search window, and that's all you got to do. Or you can always go to netgear.com. Actually, it's netgearav.com, right? For your.
Well, it's netgear.com/AV.
/AV. Yeah, netgear.com/AV to get to the pro. And don't forget, they will design systems for you for free. You have system design services for free. Check it out. Thanks for watching. We got more InfoComm 2024 to cover. We're just towards the end of day one, so stay tuned for more.